Chris Graham here once again for WeLoveBetting.co.uk. Polish football is what I'm talking about. So close last week to a great double. Widzew winning 15-8 for the video. Unfortunately, Korona Kielce couldn't oblige. They drew 0-0 with Zagłębie being really close to an 8-1 double last week. I'm still feeling pretty confident. Got 2 more picks this week. And starting off with a game tomorrow night at 5 PM, Fridays 5 PM, the game between Jagiellonia Białystok against Zagłębie Lubin. First against 7th in the relegation, and one of my mantras, one of my rules in Polish football is never back Jagiellonia because they're far too inconsistent. But I have to this week because the price is just far too generous. You're almost getting 6-4 on them to beat Zagłębie at home, and that for me is a terrific price. It's the wrong price. Let me tell you how erratic Jagiellonia are. They went to Warsaw and took on Legia Warsaw back in March and beat them 3-0 away from home, an extraordinary result. The following month they then lost 6-1 to Lech Poznan, and even last week they lost to Podbeskidzie in the Ekstraklasa. But crucially, if you dig deep and drill down the results to get a bit more information, they're actually pretty consistent at home, and that's what I figured out tonight. They're unbeaten in 7 at home, just 1 defeat in 11 on home turf, and no home defeat since November of last year. That is pretty impressive for me. So I'm taking it back what I said about Jagiellonia. They're actually very consistent at home. They're up against Zagłębie on Friday night. They've just got 1 win and 7 overall. They're deep in relegation trouble, and their away record is equally as consistent. It's consistently awful. If you look at their away record overall this season, played 16, won 1, drawn 5, lost 10. I make that 8 points out of 48. And that win that I mentioned, 1 win, came back in August of last year, so it's been an abysmal few months for Lubin when they've travelled away from home. So for that reason, Jagiellonia's strong home form against Zagłębie's awful away form, you're getting nearly 6-4, and for me that is a fantastic price. It just has to be backed. So I'm breaking a golden rule by backing Jagiellonia tomorrow night. Game 2, 2 sides I do like backing, and that's Korona Kielce and Podbeskidzie. They meet each other on Sunday at 2:30 PM. 4th against 2nd in the relegation round. Korona just 1 loss in 10 generally. A side I really like, but they draw too much, to be quite honest. We've seen that again on Monday night. They've 3 months now since they've lost a game, and they're unbeaten at home since October of last year. Up against Podbeskidzie, who just 1 loss in 11 generally, in absolutely terrific form at the moment. 4 wins in the last 5, almost certain to stay up now, which is a great achievement for a club of that size to stay up once again in Ekstraklasa. They won the last 3 away games as well. So it's goals I'm looking at here, guys. It's goals I'm looking at rather than picking one of the sides to win. Korona have scored in the last 15 home games. The last time they failed to score at home was in fact the opening day of the season back in July. It was the last time they actually failed. So they've scored in 15 of their 16 home games this season, all in the last 15. Podbeskidzie have scored in the last 7 games. I think we'll see goals here. I'm pretty sure of that. I think both teams will get on the score sheet, and you can get both teams to score around even money in this fixture on Sunday at 2:30, and that is good enough for me. See you later.